Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to Angel, Season 2, Episode 11. I mean, the last couple episodes of Angel have just been absolutely off the rails insane, and especially last episode, man. I mean, Darla is back. The evil Darla. She's teamed up with Drew. They are taking over as the big bads of this season. And Angel seriously made a that's also where you can watch future episodes of both Buffy and Angel. For now, let's get into today's reaction. Angel, Season 2, Episode 11.
Previously on Angel.
How about gracing us with a number?
The host. He helps people.
I mean, sometimes he sends you to an unwise place. He doesn't always have good advice.
I believe you said something about a massacre.
Yeah, I mean, she only took your advice.
You went too far.
Right now, the three of us are all that's standing between you and real darkness.
And you pulled a Donald Trump. You're fired.
You're all fired.
I mean, what now? What now?
I believe we were fired.
Can't.
Let go.
Axed. Shown the door.
Booted.
All right.
I think she's talking about big picture, Angel's psyche.
Angel's not been himself lately. Perhaps he'll change his mind.
It's not as simple as that.
In a room with a couple of psychotic vampires. I'd say his mind's changed enough.
Darla. It's all about Darla.
Yeah, Cordy's right.
At least he's consistent. It's always some little blonde driving him over the edge.
That's so true.
What are we supposed to do now?
I think I'll grab a burrito before I head home.
Burrito sounds good. I'm hungry. I mean, sorry.
Angel wants to go all commando? No skin off my nose.
Well, my nose skin is angry. And hurt. And
Disappointed?
Yeah, I add concerned in there too. Angel's not in a good place.
I won't pretend to understand Angel's reasons, but maybe he needs to be alone right now. And the best thing we can do for him is to let him be.
I don't know. Sometimes people need help when they're in this state. But what can you do, right? Force your way back in? That sucks though, and they're all going in separate directions. You can kind of see with that above shot. Like the band is broken up. Angel, it wasn't your fault you couldn't save her, man. You literally tried everything. Dang. I mean, probably what he has to do to eventually try to kill Darla. What an opening, man. This show has gotten so serious in some of the larger storylines, and I really, really like it. I mean, will working out be enough to fight those demons away? And I mean in the psychological sense.
Too many years spent sleeping in soft beds, living in a world where I don't belong. I can't fight them. Not yet.
This is like his Dark Knight Rises training in prison sequence. The aftermath, man. Is that Lindsay? I'm not surprised they spared him. Did Lila live, though? I doubt it, right?
That may be true, sir, but you should still be checked out by a doctor.
RYYZN.
You're in shock. You need to see a doctor.
You must feel like Bruce Willis in Unbreakable a little bit.
Hey, we've got a live one here.
We do?
Who? Lila's alive? Why is she spared? Besides the fact that she's a main character, why the heck would they spare her? I hope there's a reason.
you're on a mission to protect the innocent. You can't fire someone on a mission. What did he say exactly?
You're fired.
Oh. A grievance with the union?
Junior, I'm not in a union.
Yeah,
I'm a-
what union? Why would you think he's in a union?
You're a renowned specialist in supernatural aid and rescue.
It's a pretty decent title.
Renowned?
Although you should be in a union.
I didn't know that.
Wizard community is very progressive.
I didn't realize either.
One of the many reasons I'll never talk to him again. Although I'm healing, thanks to a lot of therapy.
That's good.
And a gigantic trust fund.
That doesn't hurt.
He's jealous.
Your father?
No, Angel. You had to impersonate him to rescue me, and you were too good an angel.
That's not what's going on. At least she's trying.
Darla being made a vampire again, hooking up with Drusilla, and three of them have a very tangled past.
That's an understatement.
His loss is the world's gain. You'll get another job, just like that.
I do like how supportive she's being. She's really cool.
I don't have that luxury.
You're gonna get up close and personal.
It's time.
Okay, good. Let's see Angel Unleashed. I still feel like he might be susceptible to temptations to the dark all on his own. It's like Anakin Skywalker getting isolated, you know what I mean? This is why you need your friends. Does he have a John Wick collection of weapons? Oh no, he's just getting to the sewer. Okay.
I'll bring the fight to them.
Can you take them on 2-on-1 though? They're both so powerful.
No messages? No messages, are you sure? Check.
You getting the big freeze out too?
Why did they spare her? Please tell me there's some type of explanation.
We're the only survivors of a massacre. It's natural that we're under suspicion.
Well, you know what I don't like about suspicion? The part where they find us 2 weeks from now dead in some freak accident.
I could see that happening.
They're looking for a scapegoat. We might as well grow horns and start eating garbage.
That's a great line.
I wanted Drusilla brought in. I was following orders.
Oh, okay. I thought it was his idea.
I don't doubt for a minute someone's gonna pay Lindsay. We're the only ones left.
I think Lila's completely right with her mindset, though. I would not trust them.
Not the only ones.
Lindsay.
Oh, hello.
He's got cow eyes, big and black.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
I'm in love with you.
Don't buy it. But I do think she's intrigued. Okay, yeah.
Shut up, Lila.
Even Lila was laughing. Poor Lindsay.
I don't think I understand. What is it exactly that you want, darling?
Yeah, what's the plan?
Power.
Okay.
I loathe being used. If I recall, I sent you a 15-body memo.
That will get their attention. That's the way you send a memo people pay attention to.
Surely they wouldn't kill the both of you. Seems like such a waste.
Okay. So they have an explanation why they spared him. I like that.
I guess whoever's left standing will be our liaison. In the meantime, we'll focus on the world below.
I like how Darla's just sitting back there with her face, Drusilla with her face in shadow.
You going after Angel?
Don't say that.
Oh, don't use the A word?
Not everything is about Angel, Lindsay. I just want to have some fun.
I think she is focused on Angel.
All in good time, my love.
I like how she calls him my love, even as she's mocking him about liking him, you know? But it is smart. Actually, I think it's this intelligent move for Darla and Drusilla not to cut all ties with Wolfram and Hart as much as they hate them. It's a good connection to the human world to access money and power, right?
Generally, I don't like to hit the fast food places. The people are all greasy, crispy.
He's like, I prefer to eat people from Whole Foods. Oh, what a jump, man. The effects have definitely gotten better. I mean, this is kind of like Buffy Unleashed when she has her fight with Riley. Like, there's a little parallel going on. Oh, pulling a Matrix move, man. Goodbye. It is pretty badass when Angel is completely in rage mode.
I've got the moves.
Just takes off the coat all cool. I don't know, man. He has steered you in the wrong path twice now.
Bloody Mary, please. What, real blood with that? No. Blood.
A bloodless Bloody Mary. Only here do you have to distinguish. I mean, he has a real passion.
Yeah. Wesley.
Oh, look. Of all the bars.
Because only demon karaoke bars have those. You were gonna sing.
Sing? Oh, dear Lord, no.
Yes. I kind of want to see it.
I merely... What are you doing here?
Same thing.
You live 15 miles away.
Well, you know LA. It's all one really big neighborhood.
Kind of. A little bit.
Come to find your destiny, have you?
It's interesting. They're both kind of lost without working for Angel.
I Twain or Madonna. Undecided.
I must admit, I'm somewhat embarrassed.
How do you think I feel?
Oh, dang. They all showed up looking for purpose.
I, for one, would just like to point out the patheticness that is us.
They could be pathetic together. It's like the Losers Club.
Godzilla, Darcilla, whatever.
Honestly, you should know their names. They're legendary.
Okay. Hey.
He's gonna leave you there.
Hey, you're gonna cut me down, right?
Nope.
That's gonna leave me hanging here, man.
Is he gonna be able to get out? Honestly, I don't think so.
Get in here, man.
Angel is not messing around. Honestly, it seems like a place Riley would go to.
Violence without victims, see, that's where you lose me.
Who the hell are you?
You should know. You should know.
We're new in town, though some of you know us by reputation.
I ain't never heard of you before.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. That's like twisted Reservoir Dogs humor.
We've come with a little proposition.
Oh, that's Angel. Oh, so smart to disguise himself like that. I didn't even notice him.
Me and my girl, we're not just the new thing in town. We're the only thing in town.
Well said.
And we're in the market for some. One doesn't really want to use the term muscular slaves.
But that's what we're looking for.
Actually, one does. Those creatures who not only excel at devastation, but revel in it.
Let's have some tryouts. Oh, she knows.
He's watching you, my sweet, right now.
It's like she has the force, man.
Angel.
But Darla is clearly conflicted, man.
He wants to punish us. He thinks we've been naughty.
Well, you have.
He remembers when you were warm.
Shut up, Drusilla!
It bothers Darla so much.
Winners will have the opportunity to foment mass destruction. Losers will be guided and left for dead. Have a nice night.
Kept it brief, too. I like it. But now, what are you gonna do, man? You know you identified them. You know where they are. What now?
Ready. And I can still feel her.
Oh, dang.
Her need.
And she can still feel you, man.
I'm too close to fight her.
That's probably a really wise decision on Angel's part, and not a difficult one, to realize that about himself.
One of us is gonna die, Lindsay.
Everybody dies, Lila.
Yeah, but not like this.
Dog food processing plant in San Pedro.
Yeah.
May not happen to you, Lila. You got a 50-50 chance of surviving this thing just like me.
It's not good enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't like living like that.
Choose each other instead. If we stick together, we can beat them.
I actually think she's making a lot of sense.
Not if we took files as insurance.
Take files?
Yes.
I don't know if this would work, actually.
You just tell me which files to steal.
Wait, is that how he got promoted? Seriously?
We can get out and this mess together, you in?
No, he's not gonna leave Darla. Oh, really? They're gonna have?
I would never steal files from my employer.
Oh, wow, Lila. Actually, pretty clever, twisted thing for her to do, man.
They're gonna kill who they're gonna kill. Just take it like a man.
I mean, I like how both of them are kind of being smart.
If Wesley hadn't been all shaking his finger...
Having a margarita, Cordy? Having margaritas with Cordy would be fun, man.
Angel is obsessed with Darla. Obsessions don't just blow up.
Yeah.
You shamed him into firing us.
You blaming this on me?
I'm not blaming.
Just pointing my fingers. Oh, and blaming.
I don't take orders now. Where do I stick my axe?
I remember a certain shroud.
Are you trying to tell me this is my fault?
Well, how is a man supposed to run a business if his employees won't follow directives?
I mean, in that case, Gunn was pretty...
Someone bring you kids another round?
Yes!
They need it. They need multiple more rounds.
Maybe she'd have had a couple of more visions. Angel would have been too distracted.
She can't control it. It's a curse.
You pretty much squeeze it into your schedule no matter what. Ass pansy.
You two are driving me bug.
I could see them argue for hours. It's pretty entertaining.
But other people in their lives. You had...
Oh, that's an amazing cut to them all singing together. That's so good. This episode is amazing, man.
Vampire or sloth demon. You know it's really, really evil.
Or really, really good.
I was very impressed with your musical recitation.
I was very entertained.
We came, we sang, we fought the urge to regurgitate.
So spill already. Not you.
Yeah, please don't.
What are we supposed to do with our lives? Where do we go from here?
They're about to get real chatty.
Oh, dang. That sucks. The hangover is bad enough, but this... And what are you gonna do now, Angel? I like how he's in full war mode, but if he feels like he's still too attached to Darla, how do you get over that? Ignoring the phone. That's very meaningful.
Angel's walked away from his duty. We're not going to.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. It's like fighting without the Slayer a little bit.
We examine the area for any telltale signs of a particular kind of...
That's something.
There's different kinds of ill.
My little bird is anxious.
Yeah, well, recruiting a legion of demons is stressful dream.
And seeing Angel.
We could have 1,000 soldiers and still he'll come. Galloping, still he'll come.
True.
I mean, for God's sake, can a woman wreak a little havoc without there being a man involved?
You miss him like a heartbeat.
I don't miss my heartbeat, Drew. It was a symptom of a disease I've since been cured of.
Drew can tell though, man.
But where is he? Probably flogging himself in a church somewhere.
Yes.
See fire.
Fire, conflagration.
No, does she actually see fire?
There'd be nothing left here.
Drew is just in her own dream world.
They dance and the fire licks like a cat.
Oh my gosh.
Star music.
That's nice, Drew. Now hurry up.
Drew's like, you don't appreciate my poetry? What's wrong with you? Where's Spike when you need him? Man, if Spike came into the show now, it would just get, oh.
Old abandoned building. Are there no demon hideouts in Beverly Hills?
That is a great question, Cordy. Come on, together you guys can take him on. Oh gosh, careful, man. Is that a fatality? Yeah, nice. Well done, man.
We need to get her to a hospital.
What about you?
I'm fine.
Are you? Oh, that does not look good.
We should go before I pass out.
Yeah,
This thing nearly ripped us to shreds.
Yeah, but out of everybody here, which one of us is a dead one?
good point. You guys did pretty good.
I want to make this quick, all right? Get in there, wait out the losers, then get out. I've got precious little patience left.
What?
That's motor oil, Drew.
Buy it.
Plus, we're broke, though I suppose Lindsay could help out in that respect.
Yeah, have him fund you guys.
They're sweet kids. Naive, but they're only human.
True.
I doubt they even know what Wolfram and Hart's true plan for Angel is.
What is the true plan?
I have to say, my curiosity is
But
piqued.
this is where Angel was, right? He's waiting for them? It's a trap?
I'd be happy if we can find 3 who can hack it.
Why did she say that line, though? Angel took them all on, or what?
Ready? Bad soldiers.
Smoking? I mean, he's gone full bad boy. You gotta be kidding me.
Why so far away, my love? Why don't you come over here and stake me?
He looks terrifying, honestly. What did he do? Wait. He's got blood on his mouth, right? Oh, no way. No way. The motor oil. Oh, they set it up with the smell. Holy. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're lucky that worked with that much oil, man. Drew is screaming. I can't help but feel bad for her.
Stop, please!
Looks like Carrie.
Wasn't Angelus either.
Who was it? What are you talking about?
Who was that?
I mean, it was Angel, right? But does she just mean like she didn't recognize him? Like his behavior?
Holland's vision lives on.
Screw his vision. If anybody's going down in here, it's gonna be you.
That's what it takes.
I think I want Lila to lose. Just because she tried to betray Lindsay.
Sit down.
Who is this? The replacement Palpatine? Palpatine 2.0?
We need an executive vice president of special projects.
Who's it gonna be?
Cooperated with our enemy and disobeyed orders time and again.
Ooh.
When you drove away the telekinetic Bethanic Chalk, you lost for us a powerful potential assassin.
I'm glad they didn't forget that.
Your competition has been vicious, destructive, and filthy.
Oh.
Joint, acting co-vice presidents until such time as we see fit to narrow it down.
That actually feels like such a corporate decision they would make. Promote both of them and have them fight each other constantly. But I mean, lucky for them in the short term, right? I like how he roasted both of them too. They have had quite a few mistakes.
You may have turned your back on your mission, but we haven't. Someone has to fight the good fight.
Angel knows he's right.
Someone has to fight the war.
Okay, I like how they ended that, man. What an amazing episode, I swear to God. All right, so that is Angel Season 2, Episode 11. I mean, how many good episodes in a row are we going to get in this show? I mean, I feel like this season is truly coming into its own. I don't think I've been as engaged in Angel, whether it's season 1 or season 2, up until this point. And I feel like this season 2 was really getting really good. I mean, back with the episode of Darla, I mean, there have been several great episodes lately, but now we're just on a roll of like great episode after great episode. I love how relevant each episode is, kind of continuing on the storyline. Like, we haven't had really a one-off episode. We're really focusing on the main story, and things are escalating, things are going down. I mean, so much is happening, and it's very intense, and I am really, really just enjoying what they're doing with this season at this point. I like how we picked up exactly where we left off, where we have Cordy, Wesley, and Gunn all fired, and I think it was so interesting, how at first they're all just like, okay, we're off on our own. They all kind of go their separate directions, but then each of them individually find themselves back at the demon bar. And I feel like it's just so representative of how, so much of their purpose was tied to this mission and connected to working for the leader of the group, which is Angel, right? And so they're looking for their life purpose. And I just thought those scenes were handled so well between each of them finding the other one at the bar. And then I really like the scene where they're just like sitting around bickering and talking and bringing up like past events, just tying everything together in the show in an amusing way and seeing, it's very realistic. You're sitting around with a bunch of friends and things have gone badly in your life. You're all fired from the same job. People start playing the blame game. All those old irritations are coming up. And then I just love the transition from that to them drunkenly singing karaoke together. That whole thing was handled so well. And then of course we kind of see the three of them off on their own, and they're without Angel, and of course things are more difficult. I mean, Angel was so good and he's also so powerful being a vampire, right? So things are not easy for them, but I like how they managed to make things work and kind of find this new purpose of like, by the end, Wesley is like, look, we're not closing the agency. Just because our leader, our boss has fired us, we can still fight the good fight on our own. We also then have the aftermath with Lindsay and Lila. And at first I was so worried. I was like, is it just because she's a main character they spared her and there's going to be no logic behind it? But hearing, and I'm sure that's the, from the writer's perspective, that was probably the actual reason why they spared Lila and Lindsay as like their two main characters, but they really justified it well in world, which I definitely appreciate. You know, like if they had lazy writing, they would have just not explained it or something like that, but they made it very clear why Darla and Drusilla would choose to spare them. And I also think that's a really good move, like I mentioned during the reaction, for both Drusilla and Darla to choose, you know, yes, they want to, you know, just massacre people and kill people, and I'm sure Darla relished in her revenge, and I'm sure they enjoyed the surprise that all the attorneys had while they were feasting on them, because they're like, oh, we're bad guys, how could you eat us? Like, I'm sure that satisfied that sadistic urge that vampires have, that impulsive drive to make people suffer. But at the same time, they didn't throw out all strategy and logic. Like Darla and Drusilla both realized, like, hey, there's some value in maintaining some sort of relationship with these human baddies. Let's keep some connection in that world. And also it actually makes sense to not just spare one person, but two people, because, you know, there's a chance that one of them might get killed off and one of them might suck at the job. So having like a backup plan by sparing two kind of connections to that human world makes a lot of sense strategically for Darla and Drusilla to do. And I like that scene too. I like that scene where Darla is kind of staring down Lindsay and she's kind of mocking him that she actually cares about him, because I don't think she does, but I do think that she is intrigued in his potential for good. Like she was talking in her conversation with Drusilla, I like how she refers to them. It's like they're children, you know, because of course to them they are, not only in age, but in their experience with malevolence and torture and just evil deeds, right? For no matter how many evil things Lindsay and Lila have done and will continue to do, they have a long ways to catch up to the hundreds of years legacy of just horrible crimes that Darla and Drusilla have done. I just think it's very accurate to the lore that they would look at them as like children, right? You know what I mean? It's just, it's cool. It's a nice little touch and detail and just very realistic from a vampire's perspective. And we have Angel. Angel like going on full just crazy focus mode. And to be honest, I really enjoy seeing him like this. I mean, I'm concerned, similar to how I was last episode, like I think he might be going towards a dark place, but I'm not gonna lie, it is exciting, you know, seeing him do these monologues and he's just driven and full of rage, just like taking down those vampires in like a cool action sequence. And then of course leading up, oh, but before we get to the end scene, which was badass, super badass with Angel, I really like the scene where Darla and Drusilla are like recruiting the vampires. Drusilla ripping that one dude's ears off. It's just like, yeah, pay attention here, okay? But I just like how easily Drusilla and Darla are able to kind of command the room and take over. It reminds me a tiny bit of Vampire Willow in Doppelgangland, which he kind of just took charge very quickly and very easily. I feel like a similar way, even more so, is kind of just the total, like, there's the grunt vampires who do evil things and feast on people, but it's next level. You're talking about legends that are Drusilla and Darla, and they just easily kind of take over. It's like the scene of the Joker walking in the Dark Knight or something. You can just tell it's a different class of villain. I also really like that scene because Angel being there undercover, I like, you know, it's so cool like having Drusilla with her like sense of what's going on. It's just eerie and interesting and creepy all at once. But I like how Darla was kind of shaken by the fact that Angel is there, and as much as she's trying to deny it, Drusilla can tell, and we can tell the audience, that Darla still on some level cares about Angel and misses Angel. And I just think that makes her such a more interesting character, right? As much as she might try to just be like, oh, it's not about a man, just forget about him, I just want to rule my own legacy. It's like, of course not. They were such a powerful and close duo of evil. It just makes total sense that you would want to have that partner in crime with you. And the fact that they're not there, you know, hurts her evil heart. It's really cool. I like that they're doing that with her character and not making her just like turn off the switch of her feelings just because she's pure evil. You know what I mean? Like Spike is pure evil, but he is heartbroken about Drusilla, right? So it just makes sense that Darla and Angel would have a dynamic like that going on. And then I thought it was interesting and also pretty perceptive of Angel, you know, who sometimes I feel like can be blinded to certain weak spots that he has going on himself. I like the fact that he was able to recognize that he was too close to Darla to make a move under those circumstances. But then at the end, which was such a badass scene, man, when he shows up and lights them both on fire, I swear for a second I thought Drusilla was gonna die, and I was actually gonna be like, that would be such a bummer. if they killed her off. I do not want them to kill Drusilla off. I mean, maybe in the final season, but come on, you can't kill Drusilla off. She's too great of a character. I mean, but I was worried for a second, and there was such a badass scene with Angel just like sitting there in the dark, not saying anything, like blood on his mouth after he had slaughtered all the grunts, you know, just smoking a cigarette, like really embracing that evil side. Him sitting in the shadows, like, I don't know if we've seen Angel look that formidable since, you know, when he was sitting in the classroom right before he killed Jenny. It's like, it gave me those type of vibes where it's just, we're seeing this really dangerous side to him. And a few parts that are kind of, I guess I have a few questions regarding that scene, and maybe they'll explain it more. But Darla was like, that's not Angel. And I like seeing that scene too when they're both like screaming in real pain because, you know, they've just been so comfortable in their power and their evil. So seeing that they actually suffered in an intense way by what Angel does adds more weight to what Angel actually did. But what I guess was a little bit confused by is what Darla was saying, like, that's not Angel. I mean, it was Angel. So what specifically does she mean by that? Does she mean that she doesn't recognize him and he's changed? And in what sense? You know, is that because the Angel that she knows would never be able to hurt her because he cares about her too much? I guess that's kind of my rough theory, but I don't know for sure. And then on the flip side of that, you know, Angel, just the scene before was like, oh, I'm too close to Darla to actually hurt her. But then what was the change that happened that then gave him the strength to do that, to light her on fire? You know what I mean? Like, was it just he had to like get really more focused and slaughter those other vampires and just shut that side of him off, you know, or was there something that happened to make that change so that he was determined and actually could carry out his attempt to kill them? I'm just curious about those parts. And then of course by the final scene, you know, I like how we had that moment with Wesley, and then Angel, of course, you know, he's a little distracted, and I feel like that's his conscience, or a part of him maybe that feels guilty perhaps, and is saying like, oh no, like maybe I should be fighting the quote-unquote good fight and helping these people. But then I like how he returns and is like, let them take care of the good fight. I need to focus on the war. And I feel like it's a mistake possibly morally for Angel, but at the same time maybe not, because at the end of the day, Drusilla and Darla are these huge villainous threats that threaten all of humanity, definitely all of LA, right? So there is some intelligent reasoning behind the idea of focusing on them and putting everything else on hold, even if it means some other people might die. Like, they might be the priority big picture. But I feel like what we've seen of the show, and especially because a lot of this is spurred by Angel letting those attorneys die in the previous episode, I feel like it's a mistake possibly due to his motivation. This might be more his anger / obsession over what happened and his loss of Darla. I just feel like that's more of where Angel is coming from than necessarily some dispassionate decision that the greater good demands he just focus on Drusilla and Darla. Although I could be wrong. I don't know 100%. But either way, I thought that was just an amazing, amazing episode. An amazing last couple of episodes. I mean, following the Slay Alive watch order, I will be going back to Buffy next. But man, I'm excited to return to more Angel episodes. I'm not going to lie. This recent story arc has really escalated things, really just upped the stakes, and has been very, very compelling. I'm definitely excited to see more. But I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. As always, the full unedited reaction is up on Patreon, along with future episodes of Buffy and Angel if you care to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.